What is your American dream?
My American dream is to have a combination of living in an urban environment with a lot of culture and beautiful things, but also being able to be around nature.
As someone who's not a Native American, the dream was to come here and do art and be creative and do it at a high level and have it seen by everyone out there, and it's definitely coming true.
I just want to do what I love and be able to make a living off of that.
American dream, it's like free, like everybody free, and then everybody friendly.
The American dream was to just come to the United States for a better and greener pastures, and I did achieve that.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Okay, well, it looks like I have everything here. Yep. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh, hello, everybody. Just call me Chef Groundhog Sam today. Yep, that's right. Guess what day it is, people? It's Wednesday, which means it's Hump Day. Yeah! And for this Hump Day, I have decided to make strong back for Brad and Belgium Kim and Yo-Yo. Oh! And so we are using Tamika Nelson's strong back recipe. Thank you, Tamika. As you can see here, we've got everything set up. I have oats, kind of like Holland oats. Ha 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 ha. I have raw peanuts. Nobody has a peanut allergy, so we're A-okay there. I have okras. Yep. I like myself some okra. I have Suppligen, which is kind of like an energy drink. I have Guinness beer, which everyone says is very good for you because it has iron in it. Iron for strong. Get it? Strong back. You need the iron. And then we also have some condensed milk, vanilla, nutmeg, and water. Okay, we're going to put it all in the blender, and I'm going to make strong back. Let's do it, Brad Squad. You know, Tamika did not give us any measurements, so I'm just going to go with Groundhog Sam taste. Here we go. Peanuts. Wee, peanuts. Weird peanuts. I like that. Oats. Oh, for me too. Okra. Not okra. Oh, this stuff is really sticky. Oh, condensed milk. And don't forget, 2 ripe bananas. They gotta be ripe. Unlike your date after you drank Strawback, you don't want your date to be ripe. Banana. I'm the best. There you go. In you go. And don't forget the Suppligen. Suppleton time. And it's vanilla flavored, which is perfect because Tamika said to put vanilla in it. Okay, vanilla. I like a lot of vanilla. Okay. And nutmeg to taste. Well, I like nutmeg too, so they're gonna get a lot of taste of nutmeg. Nutmeg. I like spice. And we all know Groundhog Sam appreciates a drink or two. I'm gonna add more Guinness. It's all about the iron, people. Iron. And here's a little water, just to thin it all out. Very nice. Well, dang, this is looking good. All right, let's blend YouTube wouldn't let us stream live, and we had some technical difficulties. Oh, wasn't my fault. But anyway, we still had a show, and it was awesome because the show must go on. Now is the time you have all been waiting for. It's time for Brad Show Live, starring Brad Bernstein with co-hosts Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias. Enjoy! I'm telling you, it's like nothing. I don't feel anything. Oh no! This is so embarrassing. I guess it works. Oh, I gotta go. This is, I should call Pimpa. Oh, I gotta go.
Oh my God, it's Hump Day! The Groundhog is ready! Oh my, I was not expecting that one. Wow. Well, so everyone, no, we don't really see the ground. We watch the Groundhog with you. We don't see it ahead of time because it's produced where everyone's doing their own thing. Did the Groundhog just get excited on our show?
That strong back done got him.
All right, so I have the strong back here.
We each have
it. Has anyone tasted it yet?
I've been drinking it.
You've been drinking it? Are you excited sitting next to Belgium Kim right now?
Yet.
Not yet. I mean, exactly who am I getting strong for later today?
Well,
that's up to you,
That's up
baby.
to you. Yeah. What you got going on
I
after
don't know. I gotta
this?
think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Who do I gotta get strong for?
Who you getting strong for?
I don't know. I'm gonna drink it and then figure it out later.
Drink it. Ooh, that's a poor decision making 101.
Poor decision-making.
You gotta know who first.
What does it smell like?
It smells
Vanilla.
good. It's just.
It really smells like vanilla.
I think it's
smells
a lot
delicious.
of oats and peanuts. I think it's supposed to be a little smoother.
All right. I just had a trick.
What?
Are you supposed to chew this?
I don't think so.
I thought this is a drink. I feel like I'm chewing
Me
this.
too.
I don't think. Squat. Come here.
It's chunky.
Come here.
Right. Squad, is it supposed to be
Is
this?
it supposed to be this chunky? I don't think I have. I think I got chunky back.
Chunky back.
Chunky back. I don't got strong back. I think I'll just be a little more chunky today than strong.
Maybe that's what you attract if you don't want it enough.
I don't know.
Some thick girls all up on you tonight,
Yeah. Marching says drink now, make a call later.
Well, I'll be try. I'm gonna make a call later.
You're gonna make a call later?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see
So
how
we'll report tomorrow.
well this works.
We'll report tomorrow how it all worked.
Yes.
How it all went.
Why are my shit so open?
How it all went down.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I'll ask my man how he feels
How
the
it
next
all
morning.
right.
Now, what is the effect for ladies? Because I know that the squad has said what the male effect is, and I'm very curious because I'm going to drink this. It's actually pretty good, however chunky it is. So I would really like I'd like to know what the lady effect, like what am I going to be expecting here tonight?
You will just expect. I don't know. You have to let me
Just
know.
Excitedness? Listen, I'm going to let
I don't know.
If I break out into a cold sweat at any point, I'm going to be...
So meanwhile, we gotta say hello to everybody. Hello, Marge Higgs, Mia Montauk, Jessica Limi Joel, Dane Williams, Carshella Royal Sharp Dembasau, Shanique Wynn, Julian Pinto watching from the booth, Deanna Moore, Tanya Atri, Meshach Heline, Patrona Collins, Carol the Tiger, Maud Dukes, Marge Higgs, Tanisha McNabb, Angela Barrett, Christine Bennett, and Lynn Brown watching on Facebook, hello, and on YouTube, Sexy Shan, Simone Garraway, how are you? Carol, the Top Cat watching on both, Loletta Brown, Deanna Moore watching on both. But a lot of people watching on both. Tally, Ja Love saying hello to everybody. Overcoming, Marlene Rossi saying hello, and Karen Reed just laughing. We have Dane Williams in our spotlight today.
Yeah.
Yes, Dane Williams, ATL.
We have Dane Williams in the spotlight.
Woo!
Yes. Now, Dane Williams is a regular viewer of our show. I still have that strong back taste in my mouth. I can't get the chunkiness out of.
You need some water.
I need something. I don't think Sam did he made it too chunky.
They keep on saying that he needs to.
Yeah,
add white rum.
And what?
I have like a lot of
white rum. Is that what you put in there?
I didn't put in there, but they're saying it's supposed to.
Did we have white rum in there?
No.
Oh, you see, we didn't get the real strong back.
No.
We got Tamika strong back.
Maybe we got some fake back.
Excuse me. This is Tamika Nelson's strong back recipe.
What was the recipe?
So
tell the squad. Tell the squad what the ingredients were, and then we're gonna get back to Dane Williams in a second.
Okay, so the ingredients were oats, raw peanuts, okra, suppligen, Guinness, 2 ripe bananas, vanilla, condensed milk, nutmeg, and water.
I don't know. All I know is I have a lot of oats between my teeth and my cheek right now.
I got a lot of peanuts, Brad. I got a lot of
peanuts or something in my mouth. I'm having trouble talking. Yeah. But as it is, Dane Williams, Brad Squad Spotlight. There he is. There's our man. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, he's got some pecs there in the kitchen. He's originally from Jamaica. He heard about Bradshaw Live from the Brad radio days. Currently, Dane is a forklift operator. His hobbies include reading, playing soccer, and keeping up with the Bradshaw. He says, the reason I like Bradshaw Live is because the show helped him a lot while he was going through the immigration process himself. Now, Belgium Kim, did you interview Dane Williams?
I sure did. Jenny from the Cubicle helped me interview him.
And is he married, single, children?
Everything that he was willing to give us is
That's
on
what we
their
got.
card.
So we don't know anymore.
He didn't want to give
So
any.
it's a mystery. It's a mystery, ladies, whether he is single or not.
He
I'm always trying to make connections here.
Right.
I want to have a Brad Squad wedding. I'm trying to I'm
Brad
trying
Squad
my
baby.
best.
I gotta be honest, I don't think Dane realized, nor did I, that the Brad Squad Spotlight was really the love connection corner.
It's like win a date with Dane.
I'll make sure to pry a little deeper for future Brad Squad Spotlighters into their status.
Meanwhile, Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, while I take a swig of water to get this chunky out of my mouth. I don't know what I just drank. Let everybody know how to share. We're gonna get to some schmoozing in a minute or two. And by the way, everybody, in case you didn't realize, because we got strong back here, it's Hump Day. So make sure you tell your friends to tell a friend.
Yes. All right, everybody on Facebook. It is Hump Day, and this is when we need you to do most of the work, all right? Right now and throughout the show, we need you guys to share. This is going to be a great episode, one, because we're going to definitely be having our smooths, but most importantly, we're going to have our Hump Day news, and you guys know that that's one of the most entertaining times of the week. So you guys share. In order to share, just press that little arrow that says share and share it to people's pages. Share it to the inbox. You can share it on the WhatsApp. You can share it on other social media platforms as well, all right? And also, let's start a watch party, and in order to do that, the strong bag is all up in my mouth and all up in my teeth right now. It's so intense, yeah. Start a watch party. Just press the little arrow that says share, and a couple options down gives you the option to share, start a watch party. And when you start a watch party, it actually sends a ding notification to your entire friends list. And you can start your own watch party. I'm saying it's just like you have your own theater in your house. Host that with your friends and your family, and then come back to the Brad Squad and interact. We love your interaction. We love when you guys laugh, smiley face, sad face, mad face, love, all of that. We want you guys to interact, and of course, we want you guys to type in the comment section as well. Interact in the comment section, talk to us, You guys are telling us exactly what we should have done with the strong back. I for one, want to try one of y'all strong back. So if you guys could send us.
Here, take some more.
I'm done with that one. I'm done with that one.
Here, Kim, you can take it
I
home.
got a full cup.
You can give it to your boyfriend. So you tell him I got a whole gallon here of strong back for you. And you know what? If he drinks that whole gallon of strong back, you can take the day off. You'll be very tired tomorrow.
You're gonna need the day off.
You'll need the day off.
I'll be calling in sick. Baby, we got a plan. man ahead of us.
Right. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing on Facebook. But what are we gonna be doing on YouTube, Kimmy?
On YouTube, I already see you guys letting us know that it's either real good strong back or that we should have strained it a little more. That's because I see all you wonderful people commenting, but we need more. So make sure that you let us know all your thoughts and feelings in the comments, fam. We've got Tabo asking questions. We've got Lorletta giving us strong back advice. Make sure to jump in and have some conversations. Get to know the squad. Also, the most important thing you can do for the show, literally, it's the easiest, most important thing. Share it.
By the way, Belgium Kim,
Tell me.
before you tell everybody to share, Yo-Yo, if you want, you could leave the show now.
Oh, what?
Because, yes, you can if you want to. It is Hump Day, and First Lady Hewitt says, hey, Yo-Yo, why don't you come over and drink this strong back, and we're going to have triplets tonight. She wants 3 babies with you tonight.
Whoa!
Triplets with the strong back. She's gonna make 3 babies for you in one night.
Make 3
That's what
whole
she says.
babies tonight.
3 whole babies.
All right.
See, so the strong back is spoken for.
Yeah, why don't you pass it over to Yo-Yo then?
No.
Continue telling him to share, please.
Also, fam, the easiest, best thing you guys can do, as I was saying, is make sure to share it. If you're on YouTube, click share, hit copy link. Woo, the strong back got us feeling some type of way. Make sure that you click copy link and go paste crazy into every text field you got in your phone. I want it in WhatsApp messages, group me, DMs, Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs. I was watching other YouTube shows the other day, threw it on there like, hey, you guys might like this, so you should throw it. Wherever you can paste a link, that's where I want you guys to do it. Also, make sure that you have liked and subscribed. Make sure that you hit subscribe, and then there's a little bell right beside the subscribe button. Make sure to hit it, because if you don't, you may miss us when we go live. And now is the time you have all been waiting for. It's not just a regular day, it's the Hump Day edition of Schmoozing with Brad.
But before we get into our Hump Day news, Belgium Kim and Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, I have a couple of things here that are important in the news today.
Okay.
Finally, the House Judiciary Panel passed a bill permanently authorizing the 9/11 Victims Fund to be funded for the permanent lives of all of the victims who are suffering from cancer or who may get cancer in the future, who are first responders to 9/11. Now the fund was going to go broke by 2020, and the special master who was in charge of the fund was already cutting back payments to first responders who are now developing all sorts of different deadly cancers by 50-70%. And the Judiciary Committee was not going to fund 9/11 past 2020.
Oh, wow.
And what happened is Jon Stewart, you know who he is. He is he was the former host of the Daily Show. He is a big supporter of the 9/11 victims and the victims' funds. And he went before Congress yesterday and he shamed Congress. He brought people to their feet, clapping, giving him a standing ovation.
Wow.
He said to Congress, Al-Qaeda did not attack Tribeca.
Right.
Al-Qaeda attacked America. And the reason why Congress was not funding the 9/11 Victims Fund is because all the victims live in New York City.
Right.
So how many congressmen are from New York City? They said the money's not going to my district, I'm not going to fund it.
Right.
So Jon Stewart had to go to Congress and say, we didn't have an attack on Tribeca.
Right.
Al-Qaeda didn't say, you know what? We're going to attack Tribeca.
Right.
They said, we're going to attack America.
Right.
Absolutely.
So he said, Stewart, in a statement, as I sit here today, I can't help but think what an incredible metaphor this room is for the entire process, that getting health care and benefits for the 9/11 first responders has come to me. Behind me, a filled room of 9/11 first responders, and in front of me, nearly an empty Congress.
Wow.
Stewart spoke alongside Luis Alvarez, a retired detective and 9/11 responder from the New York Police Department. He has cancer, and he has been suffering with cancer. He doesn't know how much longer he's going to live.
Sheesh.
Yet he can't get funded for his medical care, to support his family. He says, less than 24 hours from now, I will be serving my 69th round of chemotherapy, Alvarez said. I should not be here with you, but you made me come. You made me come because I will not stand by and watch as my friends with cancer from 9/11 like me are valued less than anyone else. Now the measure, which was created after 9/11 to help pay for the medical and economic losses from the terrorist attack on America for the first responders who went into a burning building, who went to clean up after in a hazard. When 9/11 happened, we were not allowed, public was not allowed below Canal Street, which is about a mile, at least 3/4 of a mile from where our studio is right now. We're about 2 blocks from the 9/11 site. Why? Because it was dangerous. They didn't know what chemicals were in the air. Yet the 9/11 responders, they went into the buildings, they went and cleaned up after, they made it safe for people to come back and live and work and revitalize downtown Manhattan. They didn't go into a burning building and say, wait a second, I may get cancer, I'm not going to go in. Wait a second, maybe the US government's not going to help me when all is said and done. They didn't go down and say, I want to help with the cleanup and the rebuild. So many people came and volunteered out of the kindness of their heart. Police, firemen, construction workers. They didn't say, I'm not going to volunteer because America's not going to stand by me. They said, America was attacked. And I want to help.
They're going to stand by America regardless of whether or not it's
So we have video. Let's watch.
Sick and dying, they brought themselves down here to speak. To no one. It's shameful. It's an embarrassment to the country, and it is a stain on this institution.
And since that yesterday, the House Judiciary Committee unanimously, both Democrat and Republican, passed the reauthorization for the full funding for 9/11 compensation for the lifetime of every victim.
That's fantastic.
Now it still has to pass the full House. It still has to pass the Senate, and the President of the United States, who lived through 9/11, and it's his city, has to sign it. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, but it's a disgrace.
How long do you think all that would take?
An absolute disgrace that they have to bring people with cancer who gave up their lives in support of America, then they have to come every 5 years and beg for compensation.
That's crazy.
With all the trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that are wasted on Space Force, on a wall that's not protecting anybody.
100%.
Okay, think about all the waste that we have.
And do you think that we would even be talking about this if Jon Stewart hadn't been there?
That's
Jon Stewart's speech is what went viral. It could have been 30, 40 first responders with cancer in a courtroom, and if one celebrity hadn't been there, no one would have talked about this.
That's right. And it's the same thing with Kim Kardashian, with that woman who got out of jail.
Exactly. Alice Johnson.
That's right, where the woman got out of jail. You know, it takes a celebrity to bring some publicity to a big problem.
A sense of humanity.
And I hope that other celebrities who are watching our show right now,
obviously,
I don't know if there's any, but if they are,
you never know.
You never know. That they take up a cause.
Absolutely.
Every celebrity should take up a cause. You should use your celebrity to help.
Your platform,
That's right. You really need to do it. I mean, what did T.I., for example, right?
T.I. does
what did
that
he do,
all the time.
Right? Didn't he buy all this property
in Atlanta?
And he's making low-cost housing? Right? Think about
Nipsey Hussle did too. He bought his whole block and created jobs for people who went to jail before. So
amazing.
Meanwhile, the census question, it's being debated right now in the Supreme Court. We will get a decision soon from the Supreme Court whether or not they will allow the question on the 2020 census, are you a United States citizen? Many people, including myself, believe the only reason that question was put on the census, it's the first time it's ever being asked, ever, is to make people scared to fill out the census. Wait a second, I wasn't born in America, or maybe I have a green card, or maybe I'm here on a visa. I don't want them to know about me. Am I a citizen? Am I not a citizen? They're going to come and arrest me. It was done to make people who are newcomers to America scared to fill out a census.
Right.
Why would you do that if you're a Republican? Because newcomers to America are generally going to vote Democrat.
Absolutely.
So it will fudge the actual number of people that are counted in each particular state. Why is that important? Because if you're undercounted in a state, that state's going to get less funding when Congress passes a bill.
Right.
For example, Congress says we're going to pass a bill for $20 billion in transportation.
Right.
Congress doesn't, then it gets divided based on the population of each state.
Right.
When you have a presidential election, you hear the Electoral College, and you hear this state has X amount of delegates for the Electoral College. It's based on the census. So states that are high immigrant states are going to be undercounted, have less electoral votes, have less power in putting in the next president for 2020, for 2024, and for 2028. It also determines how many congressmen go to Washington from each state. If you live in a high immigrant state or a high minority state and you are undercounted, you will have less congressmen representing you.
Right.
It will skew the Electoral College. It will skew funding. It will skew the number of congressmen from each state to states that have less immigrants and less minorities. That is the reason why they added that question. Now, the Democrats know that, and they asked President Trump today, please send us all your notes, all your memos, all the recordings between you and your staff leading up to putting the question, are you a United States citizen, on the 2020 census? Because most people believe that the discussion was, how do we do this so that we can undercut minorities, and how do we do this so that we can suppress voter turnout, suppress the number of people who are counted in each state who are minorities and immigrants?
Absolutely.
Because I bet you in that discussion the word suppress, the word minority, the word immigrant was all over those discussions. Guarantee you. So Trump knows that.
Of course.
So he says, executive privilege, I'm not giving you anything.
Oh my God.
And now it's going to go to the courts. And really this comes down to, again, and we talk about this all the time, this is a fight for power in the United States. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, thinks he is the king. There is no equal branches of government. Congress is not equal. Congress has basically no authority anymore in the United States right now, because the president can do whatever he wants. You know what? I'm going to tariff Mexico. I'm going to put anything I want on the census. Congress makes the laws, the president enforces it, but right now the president is making laws on executive action, and he's thwarting Congress from overseeing it, and he's also vetoing anything that Congress puts in front of him.
Right.
So it's going to go to the courts. We'll see what happens.
That'll be really interesting.
We will see what
they do.
happens.
Yeah.
But you know what? Strong backs kicking in, Belgium Kim and Yonathan.
Uh-oh.
That means the camels are coming out. Where are they?
Let them out.
Let them out of the cage.
It's hump day.
Because it is hump day.
That's right.
Let those camels out.
It's hump day.
So, Yonathan,
Uh-huh.
I have all the hump day news here.
All
I
right.
have not looked at it yet.
Okay.
This will be the first time I'm looking at it.
And I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it?
Nope.
All right. So, apparently now the new thing in sex medical research is that doctors could now prescribe sex robots to patients to treat sexual health problems. So now doctors say in the near future sex robots are going to treat sexual dysfunctions. They claim that by one expert who thinks that realistic healthcare schemes could use realistic love robots as a psychological aid for patients. Now, sex robots already exist.
Right.
But now they're going to use it for medical purposes.
Therapy.
Therapy. For
Okay.
example, if you have a problem with intimacy in a relationship, if you're not able to get it up, if you're not able to climax, if you're not able to, or whatever you can't do, you have these psychological, because that's all psychological. It's, sometimes it's physical, I guess, but mostly psychological. Right. They seem to believe that these sex robots, doctors can work with you with these sex robots to help fix the problem. So Psychology Today magazine says, imagine this, Yonathan. Says, imagine this. A totally realistic robot of your own design that is capable of fully carrying out any sex act that you can dream up. It looks, smells, and sounds incredibly realistic.
Smells?
It smells.
It smells.
Right, the smell. It's like 4D at Disney. Okay, you have Smellorama, and your state-sponsored insurance is now going to pay for it in full.
Are you serious?
For you to have sex.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's so funny because Mark Hicks just asked.
In effect, the sex robot is now free, prescribed by your general practitioner to help you with the status officially called sexual dysfunction.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's like when the medical marijuana dispensaries opened up, all of a sudden everybody was getting the prescription for anxiety. Now all of a sudden your health insurance is going to pay for the sex robot. Okay, all of a sudden you're going to see half of America not be able to get it up.
That's crazy.
You know what? That might work to convince your doctor, but I'd like to find out how you're going to convince your wife.
That's true. Now this next thing, all I'm saying is damn.
Damn?
Damn.
Uh-oh.
This is a damn.
A damn?
Damn. Good for you, but damn.
Okay.
Says here, Brad, millennials are having better sex than you. That's what the card says. And I'm like, damn! How is that possible? Why are millennials having better sex than me?
I believe that.
Why is that happening?
Because we're more open.
That's true.
We're open to,
but nobody even
more stuff.
No, but nobody even interviewed me. There was no interview. There was nothing. It's just, here's the card. It says, Brad, millennials are having better sex than you.
I don't think you're as open as majority.
I don't know. Nobody interviewed me. Let's see why.
Okay.
Let's see why Cosmopolitan magazine says millennials are having better sex than me.
Let's see.
It says, over the past few years, a slew of headlines have proclaimed that millennials just not having good sex.
That's
it's a sex recession.
That's a fact. We've
but
talked about it on this show.
Cosmopolitan magazine has now come out with a report that says the sex recession for millennials is bullshit.
Over.
It's bullshit.
That's right.
The magazine launched its own investigation between the sheets, and what they found is that millennials aren't necessarily having less sex. They're redefining what counts as sex.
Okay.
The magazine surveyed more than 1,000 people nationwide, both men and women, ages 18 to 34, about their sex lives. 71% said they are personally satisfied with it. Of those surveyed, 35% have tried anal sex.
35, okay.
35%. 20% have tried bondage, discipline, or sadism and/or masochism. 44% have used a sex toy with a partner. 9% have had group sex, and 49% have had rough sex.
Put some respect on millennials'
92% were more concerned with quality over quantity.
Oh, absolutely.
The magazine also sought to acknowledge that 8.2% of the millennials identify as LGBTQ.
Right.
And a lot of surveys ask questions through the lens of straight people. Cosmopolitan editor-in-chief Jessica Pell says, so sex culture needs to be updated. Now, another metric showing that the sex recession is bullshit is that the sex toy market is exploding.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
It's never been better, and it's never been more female-focused.
I don't like the way you said that.
Female focused. But why then you see, this was fake news on top here, because Cosmopolitan magazine didn't say millennials are actually having better sex than you, Brad, but that's what you wrote here in the card.
Listen, Brad, it says millennials are having better sex than non-millennials.
But you have to add Brad
I'm not
there.
trying to be an asshole here, but you're a non-millennial.
You have to add my name in the title.
It's in all caps, too.
All right. Brad. Oh, boy, Yonathan.
Oh, Lord.
Boy. You know what the fleshlight is?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you, a fleshlight is basically, it's basically, I guess, a flashlight.
That's
right?
That's
it's a flashlight with a hole in it, and I guess they took the electricity out, and you have sex with your flashlight.
I cannot.
So,
that was not a pew pew. That was a little kitty.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I squarely in the flashlight?
You're blocking the flashlight.
So now this man's horrifying, I was going to say horrifying, but horrifying masturbating incident is going to remind you, Yonathan, that if you do have a fleshlight, or to the men out there who have fleshlights, this is our PSA of the day. All right? After you hear this, you're going to be reminded to make sure that you clean your fleshlight. Now it's a hilarious story. Well, I guess not hilarious to the guy it happened to, but everybody else should find it funny. A hilarious story of a man finding his own fleshlight has gone viral and has many readers choosing to put the fleshlight down. So here's the story.
Okay.
Here we go.
I bought a fleshlight back in February of 2018, using it on and off for about 3 months until I decided to box it up for good. Flash forward to yesterday when I'm doing some late spring cleaning when I come upon the box. Once I reached as far in as my little member would let me in it, I felt a tickling sensation. Uneased, I pulled out fast, giving my dick a rub burn type sensation. Are we allowed to say this on my show?
Right, what?
To my surprise and disgust, I was met with a spider on the tip of my penis. Without thinking, I instantly flicked it off with my long fingernails, scraping the tip of my penis. In pain, I freaked out and let the spider get away. The spider bit his penis.
Oh, no!
Now, the man's mess up is a very important reminder, Yonathan, to take proper care of your sex toys. First of all, the masturbation sleeves of any sort are usually best used with lube.
Right.
Okay, so, okay, I mean, who's writing this stuff, right? And then you also using a dirty one that's been in a closet in a box for several months.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, that would have a spider lurking in it. Seems a bit dirty and unhygienic. So please, folks, clean the fleshlight for your own health and safety.
I've got...
Or don't use one. Just do the old school way.
I've got so many questions. How are you going to just stick it into a dusty old fleshlight?
So now, Lady Gaga, by the way, and Bradley Cooper, their rumors are heating up now that Bradley Cooper has split from wife Irina Shayk. I love Irina Shayk. I'm so happy she's single now. I hope she watches the show. Please give me a call. She's beautiful.
Wow, she's
now
gorgeous.
go to the cooler Brad, okay?
Right.
Go to cooler Brad, all right?
So, no,
I think she's beautiful. So I'm like, Irina, if you're watching, please give me a call. I'm around.
Upgrade from a Bradley to a Bradford.
Right. I mean, you're gonna go to the cooler one.
Yeah.
Hey, and look at them. Are they next to each other
They're
too?
sitting at the Oscars.
Yeah. So now Hollywood actor Cooper and Russian supermodel Shayk, 33, got together 4 years ago, but they're splitting up. They have children together. The breakup comes 4 months after rumors sparked between a romance between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Now, critics and fans have praised the on-screen chemistry between Cooper and Gaga. They said, that is not acting. That's real.
It's true.
That is so real. That's as real can get. They ain't acting there.
Wow.
They're having a love story on film.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
what people thought.
That is what
And
they
that happens a lot on,
You think
on
so?
film. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of actors end up getting together after they do.
Now,
films
interestingly,
together.
Gaga also ended her engagement around the same time to her fiance Christian Carino, but she dismissed speculation that after their performance, when interviewed by Jimmy Kimmel, she said, "Yeah, people saw the love, and guess what? That's what we wanted you to see. I mean, this is a love song, Shallow. The movie A Star Is Born. It's a love story. We worked so hard. We worked all week on that performance. I'm sure you did.
Yeah,
They worked all week on that performance. And interestingly, they both broke up, one with a wife and one with a fiance.
It does. Now the
Isn't that
real,
interesting?
the real tea, Brad, because
coincidence.
we all love us some Instagram politics
Right.
in this office. The real tea is that yesterday Irina posted a sexy like swimsuit picture of her by a waterfall on Instagram. And the only person, one of the people who liked it was Lady Gaga's ex, Christian Carino. Dum, dum, dum.
Doing a little shade there,
You know?
right?
Oh! I would like a little swapsy situation.
No, I want no. She has to call me.
Oh, right.
No, I'm not asking. I don't want
Oh, there
any.
she
No,
is.
no, Karina. Call me. Call me. I can sing. Pick up the phone. Dial moi.
Not down moi.
Dial moi. Is that how
When
the song
Harry
goes?
Met
I have no
Sally.
idea. Yeah. That's right. 1980s movie,
I got
right?
you.
You got it, right?
Brad's 80s movie
That's
moment of the
right.
day.
I know every 80s movie. And then I stopped watching movies in 1991.
You became a father
I
and
became a
stopped
father. It's not
watching.
right. Then I watched cartoon movies for a very long time. Meanwhile, there's a naked bike ride, and they're daring to be even more naked in 2019.
Okay.
Where
Now,
is this at?
onlookers laughed, hooted, and pressed the record buttons on their cell phone cameras at the 11th at NOLA. Is that in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A naked bike ride, and as it rolled down downtown neighborhood Saturday evening in New Orleans, Louisiana. Though many participating cyclists wear minimal costumes, many others bared it all as they pedaled around the potholes of New Orleans. Now, anyone who rides a bike on the city streets understands the perils. Bicyclists don't have airbags.
Right.
They don't have seatbelts. They don't even have shock-absorbing bumpers.
Right.
Right.
But in any sort of collision, riders are terribly exposed, naked, you might even say. Now, the naked bike ride, which is a worldwide phenomenon, is meant to call attention to people being naked,
Right.
but also to the vulnerability of bikers getting injured.
That makes sense.
The ride, which is permitted by the city of New Orleans, and they allow it, is meant to be a demonstration about a crucial topic, but its tone is far from grim. I believe that could be the reason why they're saying it, but I think people just really love to bike around naked. I don't
There's
think
a lot
many
of
people are
nudists
doing
out
that.
there.
I don't think a lot of people are doing that to bring attention to bike safety. I mean,
Doubt
hey,
it.
Yonathan, you're naked on that bike. Why? Bike
Bike
safety,
safety.
Brad. It's all about bike safety. Don't worry. Yonathan, is that your kickstand? No, it's not. It's all bike safety, Brad. It's all bike safety, Brad. Jonathan, watch out for the spokes in the bike. You can really hurt yourself.
Bike
Big
safety.
bike safety, Jonathan.
Bike
Right, you don't
safety.
know where anything, the spokes in the wheel can get caught in something.
God.
Bike safety.
It's a dangerous world out
It's a
there on this
dangerous
bike.
world, Jonathan.
And what an activist you are.
Listen, look, that's me.
So finally, we have some condemnation for Facebook
Oh, do we?
because we have a lot of condemnation
They are
for
on our
Facebook, but we have some
list.
more right now. Naked protesters are now condemning the nipple censorship at Facebook headquarters. Now, some were hairy, some were pointy, some were dark
gosh.
brown, some pale pink.
Oh, Lord.
But the
Oh,
hundreds
my
of
gosh.
nipples on display in front of Facebook's New York City headquarters on Sunday were technically male, despite some being on female protesters. More than 100 people laid nude on the sidewalk to call for a change to Facebook censorship. The action called #WeTheNipple was organized by the artist Spencer Turnick. The demonstrators covered their bodies with stickers of male nipples to protest against Facebook and Instagram's ban on photos of female nipples, but they allow male nipples. Interesting.
There we go.
Interesting.
Thank you, inequality.
Yes, that is inequality. I can understand maybe, penis and vagina. I could get that, because you don't want it to be a pornographic site. But there's plenty of places around the world that have people go topless on the beaches.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that there's a lot of times where nudity and nipples can be really artistic. Like this was an artist who was protesting the fact that he can't show his art.
And by the way, they have the ability, like how Google does a safe search? They have an ability, I'm sure, on Facebook and Instagram to do a safe search as well. Meaning that if they wanted to, I'm sure they can do a toggle that you could say safe search on, safe search off.
Right.
Safe search on means that you're not
don't
going to see
include it.
this.
Exactly.
Safe search off means it's hump day every day on your phone.
Right.
It depends on what you want. So they could absolutely do this if they wanted to.
Right.
What are your thoughts, Belgium Kim?
I think that they could absolutely do this in a fair way. I completely agree with you, Brad. YouTube has done it for over a decade now, where they allow nipples and genitals for really artistic or medical or educational purposes. There's a way to do it without outlawing nudity as a whole.
Agree.
And with that, that's Hump Day!
That's Hump Day.
That's Hump Day! So Yonathan, Elias, Belgium Kim, while I stretch over here to get into our immigration questions, can you please tell everybody to share?
Yeah.
Okay, family, on Facebook, the first thing that we need you guys to do is share the show. It's the easiest thing you can do for us, and it is also the most helpful. Make sure to share it as a private message. Share it as a watch party. That'll send a notification out to all of your friends that you're watching this right now, so come join you because we're going to watch it together. It is Hump Day after all. It's a day of togetherness. Also, make sure that you've liked and followed our page and hit that little bell and hit see first. There's a lot of things Facebook makes you do to make sure that you always see Brad Show live at the tippy top of your newsfeed. And of course, as we talk to all of these callers and solve everyone's immigration problems, make sure to let us know how you think and feel right in the comments, because you know, sometimes Brad's got stuff to say, y'all got stuff to say about these callers. So let us know everything you think and feel right in the comments. And on YouTube, what do they do, yo?
On YouTube, you guys are also gonna have to share. You have to share. You guys are not off the hook. And in order to share, all you have to do is copy the link, press that share button, and send it to people's WhatsApp. You can send it straight to your social media platform. So I need you guys to do this right now. And also, I need you guys to subscribe. If you're just a new viewer, I know, we get a lot of new viewers every day. You see exactly how that video shows. That little red rectangle that says subscribe, I need you guys to press that. And also, everybody that's watching right now, I need you guys to throw that little thumbs up. Just press the little thumbs up to show how good the show is. And now we are also going to get into some pretty juicy topics when people start calling Brad. Before
they want you to get because they want you to stop already. They shut the music off. This is like the Academy Awards when you go over.
Right. I just started though. Listen. But after that segment, we're gonna go to social media questions. So I need you guys to put all of your questions in the comment section right there. All right. Now we can turn off the music for the next segment where you guys call Brad and he answers your question with getting answers to your immigration questions.
All right. And if you, by the way, our phones are locked right now. So if you have an immigration question, put it in our comment section right now on Facebook or on YouTube. So that way you make sure that we get it answered today. Don't wait till the last second. Number two, before we go, when I speak with you, please don't tell me your whole history. I don't need to know every move you made since the day you got to America. I don't need to know what you ate for dinner last night because it has nothing to do with your question. I don't need to know that your first date with your wife was at the Red Lobster. It really doesn't matter, although that is a very nice date. I love Red Lobster. It doesn't matter for this. So be succinct and just tell me your question, and then if I need to know more information, I will be happy to answer it. This is a live show. I try to help as many people as I can. If you want a consultation, then of course you can do it. You can tell me your whole life history. You're paying me to do it. I'll be happy to sit there. You can tell me whatever you want. But on this show, because we want to help as many people as we can, let's be succinct. Hopefully Philip was listening. Philip, how are you?
Are we on hold with Philip?
Yes.
Did Philip put us on hold just now?
Yeah.
Nice music.
It's very nice.
Pretty
music.
soothing.
We actually can't play music, so we should stop playing that music.
Oh, okay.
I just realized.
That's soothing.
That was very soothing. That was
I heard
the music.
Oh, we heard music.
I heard the music. That was very
really
soothing.
That was.
That
Felt
was
like I was
very-
getting a massage.
What was that,
Yeah.
a mandolin?
Yeah, maybe someone wants to call back Philip.
Right.
Okay, maybe he fell asleep listening to that music.
I would too.
Sounded like Philip was getting a massage or something,
Yeah.
right? Philip, I'm really sorry to interrupt your massage right now.
Sheesh.
But if you could like blow out the candle, and you come and ask your question, that would be great.
Philip was in the hump day mood.
Yeah, he certainly was.
Okay.
He certainly was.
Okay.
Kim actually got on, and Philip goes, Kim, I'm just waiting here for you.
You know what? How many bread sweaters do you think actually put on sexy music and light candles for hump day?
I don't know, but I think it's a thing that should be happening, right?
Set the mood.
I mean, that is setting the mood for hump days, right? Let's try Lisa in Patterson, New Jersey. Lisa.
Hi, this
Hi,
is
Lisa.
Lisa.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I have a question. All right, I came here in 07 as an international student. Still not sorted out.
Okay.
So I don't know, what can I do? How can I move forward?
Well, you're just
My mom is a...
You're asking just how do you get a green card? Now, your mom is a what?
Yes.
Your mom is a what?
She's soon to be a citizen.
All right. So, has she ever filed for you?
No, she hasn't started yet.
Wouldn't that be a start? Why wouldn't she do that?
Yes,
Why wouldn't she do that years
it
ago
would
if she's a resident?
No, she just like 5 years ago.
But why didn't she do it 5 years ago when she first got a green card? It baffles me.
I don't know. She was told that it's not possible until she's there, because I'm over the age. I'm not under her.
Guess
21
what? Guess
or
what?
anything.
If she filed for you, I don't know who told her, but whoever told her is an idiot. Because if she filed for you 5 years ago, you would be eligible for your green card in about another 18 to 24 months. And short of getting married, that would have been the best thing in the world to do. Let her put in papers
married.
for you. Oh, you were married. Oh, then I take it all
Yes.
back. Then whoever told her is absolutely right, because she can't file for a married. So I apologize. I just assumed, because you said student visa, that you were unmarried, and I shouldn't assume.
No,
I
am.
Where is your husband?
He's here as well, but we're in the same position.
Okay. Now, how did your mom get her green card?
Through my uncle.
Through your
That's
uncle?
through my dad's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so she got her green card 5 years ago, and she was in the F4 category, which means that the uncle had to have filed for her probably late 90s, early 2000. When did the case start?
Yes.
When did the case
Yes,
start?
I think it's in 2000.
In 2000. And was your mom in the United States when the brother filed for her?
Yes.
Yes, she was. Good. And how old
She
were
was.
you in 2000?
I think I was maybe 22 or 23.
You were over the age
I
already?
think so.
You were over 21?
Yes, I was over the age of. I was.
I thought I had the solution there, because I thought you were going to be 245I eligible. Where's your husband's family?
Where's his family? Well, his mom is here. She's also a green card holder.
How did his mom get a green card?
Through her husband.
Through her husband, and her husband was a citizen.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't have a solution for you right now. Sometimes people just can't be helped. It's not like every person can be helped. What I would suggest is you're in Patterson, New Jersey. It's worth it to come have a consultation with me. We can sit down further. Off the top of my head at the moment, I don't have a solution for you. But we can talk about other options, and I think it would be smart. You've been here for a long time. It'd be smart to do something. So hold on one second. Okay?
Right.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So let's go. You see, I'm ready to call out everyone as an idiot. I didn't ask all the right questions because I didn't know she was married.
But once we knew that.
So the idiot on that one was me. I was a little quick on the trigger there.
Quick on the trigger, not idiot. Misinformed.
Misinformed.
Boom.
Because I didn't ask the right questions. But we got to the right answer.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
That's right. Let's go to Radhika in Hollywood, Florida. Radhika.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I came here with a B2 visa from Guyana.
Right.
And my dad sponsors when I came in 2014. And I don't know, I didn't receive any papers yet. I just received my file number.
How do you know that your dad filed for you if you received no papers?
Oh, well, I went and do the paperwork with my dad.
You have a receipt?
And
you have a receipt?
Yes, I have the receipt. I have the email come from them with my case number.
All right, and
have
have you gone online and checked put in your case number and check to see what the status
Yes,
is?
I tried to do it, but it not came up. And I see a form for 1797.
Right. And all right. So I think, Radhika, if you're kind of lost in the process, you're going to need help.
I know.
So hold on one second, okay? Because I don't have the answer for you. I need to look at the paperwork and see what's going on. So hold on one second, all right?
Oh, okay.
Hold on. All right. Boy, that strung back.
How you feeling, Brad?
I'm feeling a little...
Like you should be swiping right now?
I should be swiping. Should be doing something.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay.
See you later.
Don't make you random.
All I know is Julian and I are on the same page.
I wonder if they're drinking strong back
They must
there.
be. They must be.
What I really love is that we have a selection of a total of like 6 sounds, and they fit for almost every situation.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's go to Mary in Queens. Mary in Queens. Mary.
Hello,
Hi, how are
hi,
you?
Brad.
How you doing?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure.
I'm an F1 student, and I've been out of status for over 180 days now, but I plan to reapply for a new visa. So does the 3-year bar apply to me?
Yes, it would. When did you finish school?
I'm not finished yet. I just got
Why do you say you're
out
out
of status.
How are you out of status if you're in school?
Because the officials, they let me know.
Okay. So what you really need to do is what you need to do is reinstate your visa status. That's what you're going to need to do.
Okay.
All right. So you have to do a reinstatement here. You're not going to go home because then you would get stuck. All right. So hold on one second. We can help you.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Anthony in Nashua, New Hampshire. Anthony.
Hey, Brad. How you doing?
How you doing?
Hi, Yonathan. Hi, Belgium Kim.
Hey, what's up?
Hello,
Happy
Anthony.
Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
He watches Anthony. Nashua, New Hampshire. What's up?
I have a question. So, I got married in 2009. I am a U.S. citizen. My wife was not a U.S. citizen. She's from Kenya. We got divorced in 2012. And she got her green card as well in that whole process.
Okay.
So I just filed a K1 visa for a new wife. She's actually in Kenya. I was in Kenya for 5 years. I met her there.
Okay.
We have 2 kids.
Sounds good.
In the application, I did not put that I was married.
Why?
Before.
Why?
Would that be a problem?
Yes, because it's a misrepresentation. Why would you do that?
I think it kind of slipped my mind.
It slipped your mind that you were married previously, and they already know it. The government already knows it because you got the woman a green card. So what you would need to do is just I would write. You have a receipt notice.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I would write them with a case number and say, I realized I neglected to fill out. It slipped my mind. I neglected to fill out that I was married previously. Please correct my application. And submit,
okay. Would it be if I don't put that on there? Will it be an issue of it being approved? The K1.
It should be approved anyway. Would be my guess. It would be approved, and you could always fix it at the National Visa Center too. But they may ask questions, and they may write you back a letter that says, were you married previously, and then you're gonna have to respond to it at that point too.
Yeah, and also have the divorce decree that we got.
Yeah, because they're gonna say, they're gonna know that you were married before. So, you might also get an RFE and, asking for, proof that you're free to marry because they're going to have a record that you were married previously. So you're going to need to submit all of that with a divorce decree. Maybe, you know what I would do? Don't even write them. Just wait. They're absolutely going to send you a request for further evidence and you'll deal with it at that point.
And I read somewhere that they're not even asking for further evidence anymore. Or did that change? Or?
No, not true. Not true.
That's not true?
No,
okay.
No.
Thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
Thank you. Be well.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's go to Anila in Seattle, Washington. Anila.
Hello.
Hi, Anila. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Okay, I've got a question. I came here on a B1 visa in 2013, right? And I was an overstay, and I asked for an extension of time.
Right.
And I received a letter afterwards. I didn't know about it, but it was past the time for RFE, you know?
Right.
And I kind of ignored it, but now I'm married. I got married in 2018.
Right.
So, should I worry about anything?
That RFE was an extension on your tourist visa, you said?
Yes.
Okay, no. As long as you made a legal entry into the United States and you didn't respond to the extension, that's fine. You're still eligible to adjust. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay, so, and if my case is at the NBC, is there something, because I heard that...
No, you don't want your case. You don't want your case. You don't want your case at the National Visa Center. You want to file an adjustment. So if you're in Seattle, Washington, and your case is at the National Visa Center, you're screwing up. That means you only filed an I-130. You didn't file the adjustment package. So you need to file an adjustment.
Oh, I did.
Package.
I filed everything altogether,
So
whole
it's not,
package.
at the National Benefit Center, the NBC. I thought you said the NVC, National Visa Center. Two different things. So if it's at the National Benefit Center, then you're in the right place.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're good. Hold on 1 second. If you
And
need
one more question. I'm so sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, my kids, they're 14 years old.
Right.
They still back home, right? But now they have visitors' visas.
Right.
So is it possible for me to bring them here and then get like the adjustments of status?
No,
or
that
whatever
would be a fraud. So you just file for them and they'll eventually get here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to Tofik in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tofik.
Yes, Farid, how are you today?
How are you?
First of all, I appreciate for your show. Like you and your team is very interesting to watch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, I have two questions.
Yes.
Farid. My mom, she have a green card holder. She applied for her two children over 21 years unmarried, like 2015. So how many more she have to wait?
For a green card holder, let's see what the visa bulletin says. It says they're up to August 8th. Nope, sorry. They're up to May 15th, 2013.
Okay, so how many more?
And when did your mom file?
2015,
2 more years.
September.
2 more years, 2.5 years.
Okay. The other question, Fred, me, my wife, we did interview at local office for adjustment of status to remove conditional green card. So a year and 2 months passed. Then we did a writ of mandam already.
You did a mandamus.
We did.
What
we
happened?
already did 30 days passed. My question to you is do you think when you sue them, do you get the local office gets a copy of sue, or only their lawyer gets a?
Your lawyer sues the Department of Homeland Security. The U.S. Attorney will ultimately represent the Department of Homeland Security. And generally, when you file a writ of mandamus, you get a call, as long as your case is a good case and they're just delaying it, you get a call from the U.S. Attorney that says, if you promise to withdraw the case, we promise to make an adjudication in 30 days and your case is resolved. That's usually how it works out.
Yeah, but do you think the local office knows already they get sued? Because
they will know, absolutely.
Okay.
But your attorney's going to work it out with the U.S. Attorney's office.
Okay. Fred, to be honest with you, hereafter, I was watching YouTube's recently your show, so from immigration related case hereafter, I'm gonna use you for any case.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay? Thank you, Tawfiq. Good luck with that.
All right, have a good day.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Cora in Las Vegas, Nevada. Cora, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, I can't hear you very well. Okay.
You hear me now?
I have my U.S. citizen son in the Army filed a petition for me, F-130, and at the same time I filed my adjustment of status. I have a B1, B2 visa.
Right.
And the petition was approved, but unfortunately the adjustment of status was denied due to, they said, that I was not replying. They sent a letter of notice for, I think, for evidence. But
and you didn't reply to it.
unfortunately, I did not receive it.
All right.
But I had been following it up, and I even given them the people that I talked to with the USCIS. They said that they will have to. Yes.
If they denied you because you didn't get a letter for the RFE and you've already been denied, you have two choices. You can file a motion to reopen, which can take forever, or you can refile again. And I would suggest refile again because that'll be the easier, faster way. And it's not fair that you should have to refile again, but that's what you should do.
Okay, I will refile the 485.
Correct.
You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what I would suggest is if you're having trouble getting your mail, either use an attorney or get a PO box so that way you know you get all your mail. So you don't run into that problem.
I've already given them my email address and everything. And
Cora,
my cell phone.
Cora, I'm telling you on the new application, you can give them all the information you want. I am telling you on the new application, use an attorney so you can have the attorney's address on to get all of your evidence. And,
all right.
Or get a local post office box or mailboxes, etc. box or something to that effect, because you may not get the mail again, and you can give them your email and you'll be like, oh, they don't got your email, they got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They're only going to respond to the address in the new application. Okay?
Will it affect my approved petition already?
No, just file a new adjustment. You need help. Hold on one second. Hold on. You need help. Okay. Let's go to Amber in Charlotte, North Carolina. Amber.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I am a U.S. citizen, and my husband and I have been married for 2 years.
Right.
Well, my husband filed an asylum case when he first got here in 2015,
right.
But he was denied.
Right.
And was put in removal proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
And we filed an I-130 for him and withdrew the asylum case on 10/18/2018.
Sounds good so far.
My question is, excuse me?
Sounds good so far.
Yeah. So my question to you is, when should we expect an interview? Because we haven't had an interview yet.
You should expect an interview for the I-130. They're going to separate you in two different rooms, give you a Stokes interview. You'll be asked 300 questions. Your husband will be asked 300 questions, because the presumption is that he got married to avoid deportation. Then he didn't get married for love. So that's the presumption. You got to overcome that presumption.
Oh, okay. And my second question is, how long would the whole process take?
I don't even know where you are. Is this being done in North Carolina?
Yes, in North Carolina.
Okay, so I would guess the whole process, on the short end could be 2 years, on the long end 3.5 years, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're very
I appreciate
welcome. Okay. Let's go to Steve in Long Island. Steve. Steve.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Steve here. Hello. Yes, I'm Brad. Steve here. Thanks for taking my call. I have a quick question for you. Yes, my brother came from Jamaica, and he got married to a U.S. citizen. He now got his 2-year conditional, but he told me that he did not put on the form that he was married in Jamaica. What is he up against, and what shall he do from there?
Did he get divorced?
Yes, he got divorced.
Well, why didn't he? Again, why wouldn't you tell the truth? There would be no reason not to. What was the reason?
I'm so upset with him, Brad. So I'd like to know what should we do? Because the lawyer asked him, and he told the lawyer no. So I'm telling him that the state falls to the government.
Yeah.
So
I would correct it, and then however the cookies crumble. He was free to get married. He's in a good marriage. He'll figure it all out. But you got to correct it, and certainly on the ice. Well, then then he's a fool. All right. So it's one thing to lie. It's another thing to continue to lie, because every time you lie and lie and lie, it adds up against you when you're caught.
I told him the same thing.
All right. So tell him to come see me.
Okay, I will. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Let's go to Hamoud in Queens. Hamoud.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brad?
Good. What's going on?
Hello, everybody out there as well. Thank you for hosting the show.
My pleasure.
Sir, I applied for I-485 based on I-360 approval.
Right.
I got it approved on 2012.
Great.
But my case is pending. I had an interview in 2018, November, and they asked me to bring additional documents for the next date, and I did it next month, following month. And then since then, my case is pending. I'm trying to find out.
What was the additional documents?
The additional document was the divorce certificate. The officer asked me, in the story that I have given, it says that I was not divorced, and according to the records, it says that it was divorced. When I went to, and I explained to him that it's a two-step process, I think, to file a divorce, and then once you have applied for a divorce, again you have to appear in front of the judge to get it final settled it, complete divorce. But when I did not do that, so I went to the court and got the record from the court. Which actually said I'm not divorced.
So you submitted a record that said you were free to get married to this woman who ultimately you filed an abuse case on.
No, the officer mentioned that I was divorced, and I mentioned in the story that I was not divorced. So I had to explain to him that I applied for divorce, but it was not finalized. So I went to the court and got the documents from the court.
You were divorced from who? The woman that was the abuser or a prior wife? That's what I'm confused about.
That's the abuser.
Okay, so all right, so the fact is that they were saying that perhaps you filed your VAWA case 2 years after a divorce, and then you wouldn't qualify for it.
No, they said the divorce was not mentioned to them, meaning like I mentioned in the story that I was divorced, but it was actually was divorced, and I was not divorced.
Okay.
But according to the court records, I was not divorced, which I was not lying to them, and I showed them that I submitted the document the next time when they asked me to appear in the court.
Well, what I would do is this: wait out the summer, because you want to wait for the VAWA extension, and if once the VAWA extension happens, hopefully by September sometime. If you don't hear anything on your particular case, then I would file a mandamus.
But my VAWA was approved, though.
I understand. I'm saying you're pending I-45. I understand, but I would still wait it out for 2 more months.
Right, and I happened to approach the congresswoman, local congresswoman, and then she happened to send them an email, and which they replied saying that the case is now transferred to the Vermont Service Center. Which was
guess what? That did absolutely nothing. Just made you feel good. So what I'm telling you to do is what I'm telling you to do is wait, and if you don't have any results by September, once they extend the VAWA, so that way there's no issue when you go into federal court. You have an absolutely clean case. There's no issue of whether VAWA is extended, it's not extended, and you finish your case.
Right, and also I was listening to your show, and you mentioned that we can file for mandamus. Is that a?
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on 1 second if you need more help. Hold on. You need more help. All right. Let's go to Leela in Oahu, Hawaii. Leela.
Wait, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good. It's kind of like afar. I can hear you. Let me see.
Because you're in Hawaii and I'm in New York. That's why you can't hear me.
Yeah. You guys should come here. It's beautiful here. It's a beautiful day.
I know. Come on. Don't make me feel bad. Goodbye, Leela. You're making me feel bad. No, it's all right. What are we going to do to help you?
Yeah, I love you. I love your show. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You're helping a lot of people there, you know?
Thanks.
It's very nice. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to resume my story. Okay. I am originally from Brazil. Mm-hmm. And I married my husband. I mean, I'm no longer married to him. He changed after we got married. So he started abusing me, like, kind of like violent and everything. So I never want to call cops on him and anything like that, because I was thinking about him, he's my husband and everything. So one day he came in to hear me, and I told him if he don't stop, doing that to me, I'm going to call the cops on him. And he have to stop, and he turned around the situation and called cops on me, and I ended up in jail here in Hawaii at the time. And I was married to him. I was living here with him at the time, too. And so I went in jail, and I was in jail overnight. And the next day morning, early in the morning, the judge, she released me. I never been in jail in my life ever. And so my question is, later my case was dismissed. Thank God. I told him, I say the truth is going to come out, and yeah, my case is dismissed and everything. So
what is the question? What's the question?
My question is, I have a green card, so it's time for me fill out for the citizenship,
right?
And I'm wondering if there is any problem for me getting my citizenship. What I haven't heard,
if it's not going to be. If you were arrested once and the charges were dropped and the case dismissed, and it was one time and that was it, you obviously have to show that on your citizenship. But that is not bad moral character. It's not deportable, and you should become a citizen.
Thank you so much for answering my question. I've been heard that before, but I want to hear this from you.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right, but just make sure you submit the document that says you were arrested, whether it's from the police or from the court, and the case was dismissed.
Yeah, I heard I have to bring the certified copies of everything and just explain what, because I got it the certified and everything, and they said he lied a lot. He said he say a lot of bad things about me, and the because I got the certified.
It's not going to affect you on your citizenship though. You'll be fine.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I've been heard. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It's so good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ben. Have a beautiful day.
You too. You have a beautiful day in Hawaii. Every day is beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. We need to move to Hawaii. What are we, fools?
Can we do a show
I
there?
feel like we're fools. We're in New York.
Please.
We should be in Hawaii.
I think Yonathan's right. I think we need to do a test, Brad. And to do a test, we need to see how the Hawaiian audience react.
This is what we'll do. I'll fly to Hawaii. I'll Skype in. And you guys can be here. We can test it out.
I can guarantee you the Skype just doesn't work as well. You don't get as much of that vibe, Brad. You understand?
It'll be fine. I'll show you the beach and the waves behind me. Don't worry. By the way, I was thinking during those questions, I'm like, what's up with all these men who are not divulging to immigration that they were previously married? And then I'm saying to myself, I bet you they never divulged to their wives that they were previously married. And that's why, that's why they never told anything to immigration. What do you think of that? What do you think of that idea?
That would be kind of crazy.
Right?
That makes sense.
Was that because I'm trying to think, why would they otherwise not? There would be no reason not to.
Makes sense.
I mean, but what? If you're going to be filing for your spouse, you know that your previous marriage is going to come out.
You can't lie.
Right.
You can never lie. You shouldn't lie to your spouse, period.
Definitely don't do
Because
that.
you guys should be an apple, and you're eat your half of an apple, and you put it together, you're an apple.
Right.
That's really cute.
Thank you. Yes, you're an apple.
This is true.
Yeah, you're half an apple. You never heard that before?
No.
Yes.
Yes. So you each half an apple, and you that's what it is. So you never lie, ever. However, it's especially true. Don't lie to your spouse.
Yeah.
In an immigration case. I'll never forget, years ago,
Okay.
I had this guy come in to my office when I was a young lawyer. And we sat down. That was when I used to fill out the forms by pen. There was no computers to fill it out.
Right.
Okay. And we sit down, and the man is from Jamaica, and he was married to this lady who was born in America, and they met in Atlanta. I'll never forget this. And they came up to New York, and they're living, and the guy was he made furniture for a living.
Okay.
So in any event, he's been here for a very long time, and one of the questions is, name all your children. So he starts naming some children. He got this one, and every time he names one, the wife is looking at him going, with like getting angrier and angrier.
Yikes.
And all of a sudden, by the fifth child, she screams, "You didn't tell me about all these children. Where did all these children come from?" And and then they have a whole argument. They step outside. They come back in, and I said, "Okay, can we finish? Is that it? The 5 kids?" And he goes, "No, there's more."
Oh my god!
And he goes 6, 7, and then the wife goes, "Wait a second! You were just outside. You told me there was only 5, and now there's." We got up to 12, and they were divorced by the time. I'll never forget that. And the wife walked out on me and divorced him.
Oh my gosh!
If you're having 12 babies, you're damn right.
He had 12 babies. One of my first cases ever. I'm like, I can't believe there was like Jerry Springer going on in here.
You are damn right. I am divorcing you 12 hidden children. Absolutely not. That is not what I said. Now, can she get a divorce on the basis of fraud?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, you get an annulment based on fraud.
Okay, annulment, right.
And meanwhile, by the way, everybody, I want to
Sheesh.
Oh shoot! I gotta scroll over here a second. All my cards. Get down here. Excuse me. No, that's not the right one. Here we are.
There we are.
So,
following you.
Come on over this way. All right. So, before we get into our immigrant of the day, that was my card. I couldn't. It was beyond my reach.
That's
my
right.
small hands. If you're watching, look how small my arms are. I mean, you can't reach anywhere. Very small arms. I know now that Julian zooms in, it looks like I got bigger arms. Okay, look at Yo-Yo's arms. Okay, Yo-Yo's got some big arms, right?
A long
arms. Okay, now I'm equally as now. Look, I will also attempt to put my hand in front of Kim's face. You ready?
Ready.
Kim, I don't even reach Kim.
Can you get it in the shot at
I don't even reach Kim.
It's not even
It's
close.
not even close.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay, Yonathan.
Oh my God, Jan gets his whole arm in Brad's shot though.
Okay.
Yo, I'm in your shot.
Brad doesn't get his
Oh my God, that's why I'm never gonna go into a boxing match.
Right. I can get you from here.
No, you would be like this. You would be like this with your arm. Right. Exactly. So before we go into Immigrant Day, I got to remind everybody to follow Brad Show Live on Instagram, where we will be very shortly. No Name Sydney is going to start cutting the best of Brad Show Live right after the show is over, so you can watch 1 or 2 minutes of the best highlights of our show every day on @Brad Show Live on Instagram. You can also follow my travels around the world and whatever else I'm doing in New York or around the world on @RealBradBernstein. So you can follow me personally on @RealBradBernstein. If I know who you are, I'll follow you back. I'll even talk to you. A lot of people DM me now.
Yeah, they do.
On Instagram. I'm getting lots and lots of
Do they keep it clean?
Sometimes.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Right, but I only answer if I know you, so you got to be part of the Brad Squad.
Right.
Other than that, I'd be answering people all day long. Belgium Kim, how do they find you?
They find me on @Belgium Kim on Instagram.
By the way, Dawn Harriet figured it out.
What?
Yo-Yo's close to Kim. That was the joke. Now my arms are short, but they're not as,
Right.
we were being a little exaggerated.
Just a little bit.
Don Harriet got the optical illusion.
Yes.
Right. And you guys can follow me on IG @Yonathan Elias TV. I did just announce some pretty exciting news on there, so you can check it out.
What was the news?
That I got my first cover of my first magazine.
Hey, congratulations!
Hustle and Soul magazine. I got a spread,
That's
and I'm
fantastic.
excited. Thank you.
That is fantastic.
Exciting.
So I guess that levels me up from a P lister to maybe a G lister or something.
No, you're definitely D. You're definitely
you're a
D.
solid D
You're
lister.
a solid D. You are a
lister.
solid D.
And I'm good with that.
I didn't tell you though
Yeah.
about my feature
What?
in the Spar and Bernstein pamphlet.
You were featured in Spar and Bernstein?
No, I wasn't, Brad.
Oh, I
It's
was
fine.
about to say,
but that would have been the one and only publication in
Right.
which I could have.
Now, Belgium Kim, I want you to know
Yeah.
Groundhog Sam was out in City Hall Park yesterday.
Yeah.
And I came back, everyone who was out there filming with Groundhog Sam came back and said 3 women walked by and said, and this is true, is that Sam from the Brad Show Live.
Wow.
So Groundhog Sam is now starting to get noticed out in City Hall Park. We don't know who these people were. I said, who was it? And none of the crew said, we didn't ask. They just, and we said yes, and they kept walking.
I need some people to start shouting out my name in the street because if Groundhog Sam is getting noticed.
Belgium Kim.
I need some Belgium Kim love, fam. My ego can't take this. It's too fragile.
All right, so our immigrant of the day. We have a card for immigrant of the day. It's Patrick Soon Xiong. It's a South African-born Chinese-American surgeon, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. Patrick invented cancer drug Abraxane, Abraxane, which became a blockbuster thanks to its efficacy against pancreatic cancer. He sold drug companies Abrax and American Pharmaceutical Partners for combined $9.1 billion. He launched the National Immunotherapy Coalition to encourage rival pharmaceutical companies to work together to test combinations of cancer-fighting drugs. He now owns Nantworks, a network of health startups, and has stakes in media firms Tronc and the Los Angeles Lakers. He bought the Los Angeles Times and the San Diego Tribune for $500 million in 2018 when he became one of the first Asian Americans to become a media proprietor. You know what I find is when billionaires buy newspapers, that's a prelude to politics.
Ooh.
That is generally a prelude to politics because then they get, because when you own newspapers and you own media companies, you get to.
That makes sense.
You get to spin the news any way you want.
Ooh, that's smart.
Yes.
Does Trump have?
No, he never did, but he had his reality show. So he was able. He didn't need it.
That was his.
He
his
didn't need it.
way.
He was already famous.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That
because if he didn't
makes
have his
sense.
reality show, he probably would never even be the president of the United States.
It's so crazy, and I actually used to like him on that reality show. I was like, I liked the show.
Really?
The Celebrity Apprentice?
I like Celebrity Apprentice.
I liked that show. That show was
I liked
amazing.
it. But I didn't know what his politics was back
I didn't
then.
either. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
but he was a pompous ass there, and he's a pompous ass
I just enjoyed
now.
the show.
I enjoyed the
Doesn't
show.
mean I enjoyed him.
Right.
Fair.
I enjoyed the
fair,
show.
Fair.
Now
The
he could do anything, and even if I would probably enjoy it, I'm like immediately no. I don't support. So
And by the way, please frame this card.
Yeah.
Because out of all the cards I've ever read on Bradshaw Live, this card had more hard words to pronounce than any other card I have ever read on Bradshaw Live. I am not good with 7 and 8 syllable words I've never seen before.
I'm pretty impressed.
I'm not sorry at all.
Right, now Yonathan, you know when you're reading the questions, you're like, it's hard to pronounce, right?
What? I'll be over here like, what is all this?
Yeah,
But you did great.
All right, well, let's do something we like to call, I was just looking at these hard words again, but we're on a live show, social media check-in. What do we got?
All right, our first one comes from Sandra saying, hey, Brad, a friend of mine filed for asylum in November 2018 and did the biometrics in January 2019. So how long will it take before filing for the work permit? Is it from the date the form was received? It says gotten, but I think it's received.
It's
received by USCIS.
180 days from the time it's received.
Okay, so
when was it done?
The biometrics?
No, when was the form received?
It doesn't say, but she's just asking, is it
180 days from the time you filed?
Okay.
You can file for your work permit.
Okay.
Marva is wondering if she could apply for U.S. status if she only has a visitor's visa.
That's how do I get a green card? I have a visitor's visa. That requires a consultation.
Bavin saying, I came here on a visitor's visa with family, but I overstayed here because my wife was pregnant. Now she's given birth to a baby boy. Anything possible to get a status or green card?
Yeah, let your wife, she's a citizen or a resident, let her file for you.
Loretta is saying, I got my combo pack. Can my husband and I travel to Jamaica for my daughter's graduation without a problem when coming back?
As long as you don't stay out for more than 2 or 3 weeks, you're fine.
Lorenzo saying, did you already read that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We reread Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, okay. Isha. Lorenzo! Isha saying, after biometrics, what other documents to expect from USCIS?
A work permit, a travel document, and an interview notice.
Rose said, I went for my green card interview in March and was told that they would get back to me. I've yet to gotten anything from them. What should I do next? It's been since March.
If you have a solid case, it's March, April, May, June. You're at past 120 days, you file a mandamus. If you're on shaky ground on your case, you wait it out.
Rudra is saying, can I file for my adjustment of status again if I didn't show up for the first one due to some issues with my wife?
Yes.
Isha said, if the beneficiary has not yet received the work permit, and then you get called for an interview with your spouse who is a U.S. citizen, and you've got no documents to present them because you have no social to obtain anything, what do you do?
There's proof that you live together. You get a mail addressed to you. You can always file a tax return with or without a social security number. You can open up a bank account in a interest-bearing account. As long as your spouse has a social security number, the bank will make a joint account with you. So there's lots of things you can do. Those are all not good excuses.
Karen Reed saying, can I file for an I-31? Is it I-130?
I-130.
Yeah, I-131, and while the I-130 and 485 is in process, and how long will it take if it's an emergency situation?
Yes, you can. The only emergency situation that they will make an emergency situation and expedite it would be same day would be a death in the family. Other than that, you got to wait out about 4 months.
Dari is wondering, would omitting a previous employer out of several be a bad idea? I have a kind of a bad history with one of my employers, and I just know that they're going to give me a bad report if the consulate or NVC contacts them.
That's a bad idea. You don't want to lie about employment history, and there's no such thing as employer says you're a bad person and now you don't get a green card. There's no such thing in the law that says that.
Philip McDonald saying, hey Brad, my wife came to my home country and I married her. She returned to the United States and I applied for a visitor's visa and was granted. But when filling out the forms, I was asked if I had any wife or close relations living in the U.S. and I stated no. I want to know if that will be a problem if I happen to visit and change my mind to marry her.
Well, she was not a close relative. Mm-hmm. She was a girlfriend. That's not a close relative. If you go and visit and you wait 90 days and then on day 91 you say, let's get married. Perfectly fine. If you say, visit to the United States and on day 21 you say, let's get married. Not so good. Gotta wait 90 days.
So, but it says that my wife came to my home country and I married her. And then she returned to the U.S. and then he applied for the visitor's visa. So
then he's a liar.
Right.
And he has a misrepresentation.
Right.
He's got a big problem then. I misunderstood that. Mm-hmm. And he needs to contact us.
Yeah.
Dayal.
And by the way,
okay.
I'm not calling him a liar as a personality. I'm saying in that particular instant, he lied.
Right.
In USCIS's eyes.
You're a liar.
Right. We've got a question from Dayal who said, I've got a friend whose mother handed back their green card while they were a minor. However, his dad naturalized in 19...
I just want to say something also.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No.
Why is that important to USCIS in terms of him getting as a visitor's visa? Mm-hmm. I want to make this clear. If you go in and apply for a visitor's visa and the U.S. government knows you're married, you're not getting a visitor's visa because they're going to assume you're coming to go live in America with your wife. So he did it purposely. That person, I can almost assure you.
Dayal says, I have a friend whose mother handed back their green card to them while they were a minor. However, dad naturalized in 1996 before the friend turned 18 in 2006. So he was just 8 years old when dad naturalized. Would he be an automatic citizen?
What year did dad naturalize?
1996.
Only if dad divorced mom.
Yeah.
And the child was living with dad, or mom died before 18.
So if child wasn't living with dad, but
how old is the child, by the way?
Well, they turned 18 in 2006.
Okay, but
so now they're grown.
When was the child living with dad? Okay, so we need to know more information.
It doesn't say.
Okay, if the child was living with the father after February of 2000, in the legal and physical custody of the father as a green card holder after February 2000, that child's an automatic U.S. citizen. If the child was not living with the father, but the father would have had to have legal custody of him through a divorce. Either way, the father needs to have custody of him when living with him. The only difference is after 2000, there didn't need to be a divorce.
Okay.
All right. MS saying, I have a 3-inch neck tattoo of a feather. I asked this question once before and you told me to be honest about it. But I'm still uneasy after reading that immigration has gotten specifically stricter with tattoos of any kind. Should I cover the tattoo with makeup during the medical and interview?
I don't think so. But what is a feather? What is that? Signify something?
I think it's just the fact that it's a tattoo on your neck.
I don't.
You know, when you have a tattoo on your neck, it's, you know, they look at it as, you know, being unprofessional or just anything. They might, you know.
I mean, looks matter. I mean, you know, that's up to you. There's no such thing as you have a tattoo, you're denied.
I know. I can understand that because I have tattoos myself, and when I go into either an interview or anything of that sort, I do feel self-conscious about it sometimes, depending on what the interview is for. So I personally would say, if it doesn't matter, I would say cover it up with the makeup because it would make him feel more comfortable.
It's up to you. You can wear makeup. Women are allowed to wear makeup.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
But even to your medical?
Yeah, if it's up to him, whatever he wants.
If it makes him more comfortable, then do it.
Yeah, exactly. The most comfortable you'll feel is if you bring a lawyer. Hint, nudge, MS.
That's so true.
Emma you're not going to be worried about tattoos if you got a lawyer beside you. I'm just saying.
That
Emma Bot says...
Sandra Salinas says that's MS-13.
Well, no, the feather?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, there's so many different meanings for different tattoos.
Yeah.
Teardrop, you can, that means either you killed somebody
or you're
sad.
Like, I don't know what any of that means.
Right.
I don't do
You're
tattoos.
not a gangster.
I'm not a gangster. I don't do tattoos.
I'm looking to see if it means anything, but
it doesn't really matter. Let's move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Emma Bott said, I came to the U.S. in 2012 from Africa on a K-1 visa. My fiance is a citizen, but after 90 days, we did not get married, and I'm thinking they got kicked out of the home. But I have a 5-year-old son, and people have helped me. Is there any way that I can stay here and not go back home?
Well, if you didn't get married, then the only way the only thing you can do is marry someone else if you fall in love, and they would have to do a provisional waiver for you to go home and come back. If you're married, different story. But if you didn't get married, you got a big problem.
All right, Shady Green saying, what is INA 212A?
The Immigration Nationality Act. 212 is the inadmissibility statutes. So 212 says why you are not allowed to get a green card, why you're not allowed to enter the United States. It's a huge, long statute in like 10 pages long. Yeah, because 212 is this is all the naughty things you can't do.
She gave us like the exact line.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like the section and then the subsections, like A, 2A, capital A, 2.
Does that mean anything?
There's no way. There's no way.
If I had to take a guess, it's the drug one.
Okay.
If I had to take a guess. 212A2.
And you can Google that.
You can Google it, though.
You know what's amazing is that, like, Brad is literally the preacher of immigration, because it's like scripture. Like, immigration law to you is quotable literally verse and chapter.
That's
I love
too
it.
funny.
Tate said, what is the best way for my mom to file for an extension for me? She's a citizen.
Extension for you for what?
I gave you all the information of Brad.
Mom doesn't file any extensions. You file extension if you're on a non-immigrant visa. It depends on what your non-immigrant visa is.
Pablo saying, I overstayed my J1 visa from 2015 and I'm about to submit a VAWA case. And on my form, the I-360, I checked yes, I worked without permission, and I also provided a reason as asked. Do you think that this could be a problem?
Well, he's adjusting his status based on marriage?
About to submit a VAWA.
A VAWA, it's not a problem. You working out a status is not a problem to you getting a green card on a VAWA case.
And our final question of this round is from David, who said, what is the thing that someone should do when having a first asylum immigration court interview? David from the Democratic Republic of Congo, living in Maine.
Get your story straight and be a credible witness. So what is a credible witness? A credible witness is somebody who has details. Think about, in detailed form, descriptions, adjectives, what it was like. A detailed witness is a credible witness. A witness that talks in vague statements is not a credible witness. So be detailed. And with that, Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, I do have to remind everybody, in about 7 or 8 minutes, if we did not get your immigration questions answered, we're going to have a speed round, and we're going to answer a lot of them. So stay tuned in about 7 minutes. But right now, today, in the Philippines, is Philippine Independence Day.
Hey.
It's an annual national holiday in the Philippines commemorating the independence of the Philippines from Spain. The 121st Philippine Independence Parade in New York was held this year on June 2nd, and none other than somebody who was born halfway around the world for the Philippines, our very own Belgium Kim, that's about as far away from the Philippines, Belgium, as you can get.
Yes, it is.
Went there to watch the celebration. Let's watch.
Hey, Brat Squad, it's Belgium Kim, and I am in Midtown Manhattan celebrating Philippines Independence Day at the Philippines Independence Day Parade. This parade is the biggest celebration of Philippines Independence Day out Philippines in the entire world, and it commemorates the Filipino independence from Spain in 1898. We are taking you inside this amazing party as it roars down Madison Avenue for over 20 blocks. You're going to be talking to performers, marchers, organizers, and of course, all of the people cheering on from the sidelines. Check it out. Introduce yourselves for the viewers who don't know who you are. Who are you and how did you help this parade happen?
Okay, so my name is Nora Galleros. I happen to be the president of GIUSA, Hingo Ognons in the USA. I also am a board member of the Philippine Independence Day Council, the one that's organizing the event. But I am surrounded and supported by a lot of leaders you have here. All right, our choreographer is Norma Pareja. She is known in our city as one of the best choreographers.
Amazing. So what is you or your family's immigration story?
Oh, I started as a student, under a student visa and moved all the way to U.S. citizenship. Again, hard work, and attorneys Spar and Bernstein had been helping, not me specifically, but a lot of my friends and families, okay? So a lot of us here, immigrants, we always have this one American dream, and Spar and Bernstein had been very helpful in many ways.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's actually a perfect segue into my very last question. What is your American dream, Nora?
My American dream is give our family a better way of, a better life, and not only our core family, but also extended families and friends at home.
Amazing. Nora, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know we're going to be Team GIUSA out there today. Yay! So thank you so much. Woo! This celebration is the 116th anniversary of Philippines' independence from Spain. Hey Brad Squad, I am here with Doris, Nicole, Mila, and Brianna, who are out here celebrating Filipino Independence Day. Woo-hoo! What are you guys doing out here today?
We are celebrating our history, our heritage. That's right. And our daughters are here with us today, so we wanted to give them a show to display what our pride is about, and our Filipino pride, and how we're excited to be here, and where our parents' country is. They live the American dream. They came here in the 70s. They found love here. They got married here. They found each other and made made two daughters.
But why is it so important for these events to exist and to bring your daughters to these kinds of events?
Well, it keeps the Filipino culture alive, definitely. Because all the music, the culture, the wardrobes, the people, the food, the music, I mean, this is what it's about. This is what our heritage is about.
So tell me, what is something that you wish people knew about Filipino culture that they don't know?
Is that we're very friendly people.
Very true.
We're always very welcoming. We love to greet with food.
And it's hard to grasp our identity because we've been occupied by Spanish, by Japan, by Americans. That sometimes within our identity is that we don't know our own identity.
Right, yeah.
Because our history.
There's so many influences.
Exactly.
But we were able to grasp from all the influences, and that's what we are today.
Hey, Brad Squad, we are here with Erwin, Mark, and Rome. How you guys doing?
Very good. We're enjoying the day. We're enjoying the weather, of course.
Man, it's a perfect day. So what brings you guys out here today?
Watching parade, that's it. Filipino independence. Participating in the celebration of independence of our country.
Mark, you brought your son Rome. Why is it so important for you to bring your son to these kinds of events?
For one, I want him to know, even since in his young age, about his roots, about where he came from, even though he's here in the States.
So we've got to ask, what is you or your family's immigration story?
Basically, I'm the first generation of our family. Came here and then met my wife here. And we started a family, even though we came from different places in the Philippines. So we met here, and then we married, and then we have 3 kids right now.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, typical American dream.
Hey, Brad Squad. here with the beautiful Anna and Iliani. Is that right? Did I say all the names right? Yes. Okay, so tell me, ladies, what are you guys doing here today at Filipino Independence Day?
Well, we're here primarily because we wanted to celebrate the Independence Day of the Philippines from the Spaniards.
And why are parades like this so important?
It's just important to remember our freedom from the Spaniards, and it's also important to remember where we are right now, like our home. It reminds us that it's good to feel at home, even in New York City.
Now, is there a particular organization that you guys are excited to be supporting here today, or is it all of them?
I'm a nurse and a nice na passed by, so it was exciting. I'm part of that organization, and then we're waiting for the rest of the celebrities to come.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. Anna, what's your immigration story?
My mom got me here, so I'm an green card holder, and then now I'm an American citizen. Yeah.
So my family is actually here. You wanna see my mom?
Pictures over the side.
That's my mommy, and I'm pretty sure my dad is way over there.
Oh, okay.
Where the celebrities are, yeah. So that's it. My family's here.
Amazing. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Rat Squad, we took you inside the Philippines Independence Day party, and you know that you did not miss a beat of this bash. Until next time, see ya. Bye. Woo!
All right, so Kim.
Yes.
Kim.
Yeah.
Kim.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Oh,
You okay?
I'm okay.
What happened to you?
Oh.
It was the strong back?
I don't want to say it, but it was the
strong. Wow,
Did you meet somebody in the bathroom?
Kim had her boyfriend come down during that segment. She drank so much strong back.
No, something was not
All
okay.
right, are we ready?
Here we go.
Are we ready?
Come on, Kim.
No, I'm good.
There you go, Kim.
Please, I'm so good.
Are we ready to do a speed round?
Let's do this, Brad.
All right, Julian, put 4 minutes on the clock. What happened to us here? We have a weird looking. Why are we so close up? Was that weird camera angle?
That was
It's a
very
very
close.
odd camera angle.
Well, that's normal.
That's more normal now.
That's normal.
What was it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird before. Very strange.
It was very odd.
Yes. All right, ready.
Ready.
Julian, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. I'm going to keep track because we have no tracker.
Okay.
So not only will I be answering questions, but I will be tracking the number of questions I will be answering.
When you actually say it, that's, wasting a second. They're counting in the back.
Right. We
need to focus on asking, answering.
Don't do this to us. Exactly.
All right, I will not count.
All right, we ready?
I will not count.
Thank you.
All right, 20 questions in 4 minutes. You ready?
Ready.
Go.
Alessia says, my cousin came here when he was 10 years old and someone's document. He got into trouble a few times but was never charged. Now he's married to a U.S. citizen. How can he adjust?
He can't adjust, but he can do a provisional waiver.
Gabby's asking, how long is the process for a U.S. citizen husband filing for a wife?
It depends where you are. In America, 12 to 24 months. Outside of America, about 18 months.
iTube said I-485 is pending for an interview. Can we change the mailing address for a P.O. box online? And if so, can it be in any borough? Like we live in the Bronx, but the box is in Manhattan.
Yeah, sure.
Seema, hey Brad, if your child aged out and your green card holder, can you sponsor them and get them an old priority date still?
No, but you can get a new priority date and eventually they'll get here.
Latoya said, whether the document sponsored and joint sponsor need for an affidavit of support.
3 years, tax returns, job letter, bank letter.
Tessie says, my case has been ready for an interview since April 8th. My question is when I'm going to get the receipt notice.
I don't know.
Tamatope said, Ali Matt from Hanover wants to know, I'm going for an interview in July. Will my husband have this? We have the same address in Hanover, but my husband's pay stub has his old address. Is that going to be a problem?
Yes, fix the pay stubs.
Stella is saying, I'm planning to marry an American citizen. What kind of form can I fill out? I'm trying to apply for a green card from Jamaica.
I-130 visa petition.
Miss I says my work permit will expire in 2 weeks and I just reapplied last month. My I-485 is still pending after an interview. I hope I'm not going to lose my job.
You won't lose your job because if you have an extension notice, you are authorized to work legally for an extra 180 days. Tell your boss what the law is.
Kawal Preet saying, I applied for I-130 for my husband. Can I still apply for Medicaid for my pregnancy?
No, you can, because I don't want anything to happen to your child, but that's need-based government assistance.
Monica said, my friend is here on a B1, B2 visa, and she and her daughter are overstayed. She's married to a U.S. citizen who's on pension. Can he file for her and her daughter who's under 21?
Yes, but he may need an affidavit of support if the pension's not big enough.
Irakli saying, my wife is a U.S. citizen. We married October 14, 2016. We had an interview May 8, 2017. USCIS still didn't make decision about my I-130 and I-485. Today is 6/12/2019. What do I have to do?
File a mandamus.
Overcomer said, how long after I receive my 10-year green card can I file my citizenship without my husband?
5 years.
Halima was saying, hey, Brad, my uncle arrested in 2000 for disability fraud. He served 1 year in jail and he repaid all the money, $50,000, and he wants to apply for a citizenship. Please, give me hope.
There's no hope. He's an aggravated felon. He would get deported.
Fun Guy said, an asylum date in 2021 and I just passed my GED and I've now been offered a gateway program at the college. The fees have been waived. Is that going to affect my case?
No.
Sam says, does changing your address affect case? It will be the same service center.
No.
Sam also wants to know how long for the I-130 spouse's green card in the Vermont Service Center.
18 months.
Temitaro saying, my wife has already put his ex-boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend on child support. When we start filing our taxes, it will reduce her child support. She is taken from her child's father. Is that going to do anything?
As long as you're above the poverty, 125% above the poverty level, what's the difference?
Is that it?
That's it.
That's the last one?
Yeah. Two more.
Two more. We can find two more. We just got to find two more. Oluwani said, I overstayed my B1 and I was arrested after 11 months and I have to face the judge this month. What's going to happen?
You're going to get deported unless you have some sort of way to stay here with a green card.
Florence says, can someone go on file for a VAWA since it has not been approved by Congress?
Yes.
Boom! And had to look for some extra questions.
Yeah.
We had some double questions in there.
We had some double questions.
Right.
Stella Linton had asked her question twice.
I'm watching the clock go down and I'm just going like this while you're struggling. I'm just like, no, come on.
Ye of little faith, Brad. We got this. We got this.
I even gave you strong back at the beginning of the show.
Listen.
But you see what it did to Kim.
Yes.
She has to, come on, drink some more.
But no, I'm good. Real talk, I'm good. Let me tell
Look how thick that
what's
is.
happening is
Just
very
keep
not.
That's what happens when you have a puppet make a strong back.
I was just about to say.
I need the real thing. I need the real deal.
No. You guys, I got
Groundhog is in our ear right now, pretty pissed that
I
Brad
just
called
called
him
him
a puppet.
He's like, I'm
him
not a
or
puppet.
her?
I don't know. Well, apparently today
obviously
was him.
Obviously very much.
Yeah.
I think he found out today. He was
found out today. Yeah, he didn't know either.
Yeah.
All right, comments of the day.
Our very first one is from Sandra Salinas, who said, hey, Miss Kimberly Moore, she brings that pizzazz. Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias brings that style. And Brad Bernstein, bring that big brain of yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig that. I feel like that's like a perfect description of the three of us.
Yeah.
I don't like that because nobody says I'm attractive. I'm just big braid.
You look at the big brain on Brad. No, you're all three, Brad. That's what she meant.
Listen, if that big brain brought me millions, I'd take that too.
That's true. I'll swap with you. I'll trade my pizzazz for the brain.
There
That's
you go.
true.
There you go. All right, our second comment of the day comes from Jessa Kalimi saying, First Lady, oh God, why did you guys give me like
I did that on purpose. He doesn't read them before I give it to him.
First Lady, hurry up and come in. Yo-Yo's drinking strong back and needs you to slide in his DM.
That is good comment. Come on, folks, comment of the day. That was comment of the week.
Yeah, you know what though? First Lady lady actually followed that up with, you can come on over here and give me 3 babies.
Yes. By the way, here's a comment that you didn't know. Christine Bennett, I guess nobody told you that Strongback also sent you to the bathroom.
No wonder.
Thank you for the heads up, fam. I asked you at the beginning of the show if you remember, and no one told me. It's okay.
It would have been smart if they told us drink it at the end of the show.
Yeah,
right?
that would have been great. Yeah, I almost missed my segment, fam.
Almost. Yes.
Asset Lindo says, the immigration guru, the comedian, the newsman, now the love doctor.
That's right.
This
Go,
is
Brad,
true.
you rock.
That's right. Look at the big brain on Brad.
And our very last one is from Tali Tali.
All right, Tali saying Strongback is working already. Woo! I guess
That's
they
right.
saw from. Well, you said you were feeling some type of way as well, right?
Yeah, I'm
Feeling
I'm
good?
feeling a little randy.
Wow, really?
I'm so randy, I gotta end this show.
Oh!
See you all tomorrow.
So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to see this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?